Hey guys, it's Will. It's Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, thank you for finding us, and I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you feel like giving us a sub and a thumbs up and a comment, that would be much appreciated. Let me know what you think about these releases that are coming up, what your favorite Hong Kong films are, what your favorite films are outside of Hong Kong, what you had for dinner last night, and all that other fun stuff. Let's dive right into this video. It is Eureka announcements. Hell yes, I'm excited as hell. Two of my favorite movies are in this set of announcements as a double feature. Cha-ching! Hell yes. I'm doing 2 months worth of Eureka announcements right now. The reason being that when their last announcements came out, I had just come out of the hospital. If you watch the channel, you'll know. If you don't, just to give you the background info, in late March, I had to go to the emergency room, and I ended up having emergency surgery. And then the doctor was like, don't do anything for the next 3 weeks. So I didn't do anything for the next, it was like 2.5, 3 weeks. So I'm finally getting back into recording, and I just missed the last round of Eureka announcements, which was the June announcements. Today, we got the July announcements. I think hopefully be posting this tomorrow, so it'll just be a day after the announcements were made. So I'm doing both months. I'm going to start with July because those are the new ones, and I'm assuming most people have probably already heard the June ones, but I will get into the June ones in the second half of the video. So, Rich and Famous and Tragic Hero, hell yes. Tragic Hero is like a top 10 heroic bloodshed movie for me. I freaking love that movie. Chow Yun-fat, Ringo Lam, Alex Mann, like, why did I say Ringo Lam? Chow Yun-fat, Andy Lau, Alex Mann. 1987, just like a batshit insane, crazy, violent, nasty villain, bullets everywhere, dead bodies everywhere. Just amazing movie, and I love it so much. And then Rich and Famous is actually a movie that I have a region-free Blu-ray of that movie. I think it's the Hong Kong Blu-ray. And again, it has Chow Yun-fat and Andy Lau. So these both came out in 1987, and actually the interesting story about these movies is that they're the same, or the interesting story about the movies is they're the same story. It's one giant story told across two movies, and when they were finished. So the Rich and Famous is first and then Tragic Hero, but Tragic Hero is the more action-packed kind of commercial film. When they were finished with the movies, the company that produced them was like, we're going to put out Tragic Hero first because it's a more entertaining and kind of commercial movie. So it came out in the wrong order, which is always really, really funny to me. So a two-film saga, I'm reading off the Eureka website, a two-film saga influenced by The Godfather and Once Upon a Time in America. Taylor Wong's Rich and Famous and Tragic Hero tell a decade-spanning tale of brotherhood and betrayal with a heroic bloodshed twist. I'm going to say that I like these two movies more than Once Upon a Time in America. No question. Not as much I'm a huge Coppola fan, and The Godfather, I freaking love The Godfather. I actually really like the third one too. The most recent edit of The Godfather 3, which Coppola did a couple years ago, is it's so good. Anyway, in Rich and Famous, in order to pay off a gambling debt, two brothers, played by Alex Mann and Andy Lau, enter a dangerous world of violent criminals. Crossing paths with the charismatic gangster, who's played by Chow Yun-fat, the two brothers join his gang and quickly rise through the ranks. Then in the spectacularly action-packed Tragic Hero, the fortunes of all three characters has changed significantly, with one of the brothers now a violent triad leader seeking revenge. Also starring Danny Lee, hell yeah, who's in like everything. Rich and Famous and Tragic Hero make their Blu-ray debuts in the UK from new restorations. I love this artwork too. The artwork is by Go Kaiju, who has done, I believe has worked for Eureka before and has maybe done stuff for that company for Spectrum Films, maybe not. So it's a limited edition slipcase, 2,000 units with the artwork from Go Kaiju, 1080p presentation on Blu-ray from new restorations from the original film elements, original Cantonese audio tracks, newly translated English subtitles, brand new audio commentaries on both films by Asian film expert Frank Zheng. Hell yeah. I'm excited to hear that. Brand new video piece looking at the dubbing of Hong Kong films into English in the 1980s, featuring an interview with Simon Broad, who was the voice of Chow Yun-fat. So he's interviewed on is it the Wild Search release? Talking about the dubbing that he used to do, which is also from Eureka, which is a Chow Yun-fat film directed by Ringo Lam. That's like a top 5 heroic bloodshed film for me. I freaking love that movie. That's really cool that this is going to be on here. An interview with Manfred Wong, which is archival, and an interview with Michael Mock, which is archival, as well as trailers and a collector's booklet featuring new writing on both films by James Oliver. That releases on the 24th of July, 2023, and Eureka is now offering this thing where if you buy both of their releases or all three or whatever, however many releases are coming out in a month, if you buy all of them, you get like a discount. So this is listed at $28.99 on their website, but there's a deal where I think it's £44 if you get both of the releases together. So the other releases, let's get into that. This is a Japanese film, but I'm really excited about this because I've never seen this film, but I've seen the anime film that it's Gogol 13. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. So Gogol 13 is a manga, and then there was an anime film, and I loved the anime movie. I loved that movie. I actually very briefly had an anime channel called Adventures in Anime because I had never really watched that much anime, so I was starting to watch it and reviewing it. And then what actually ended up happening is that we didn't have an editor. Mike and I did, Mike is my partner in his channel. We couldn't handle the volume of two channels simultaneously. We needed another editor, and it just wasn't. We can't afford to pay anyone. And it wasn't worth the burden of trying to find like a free editor and like teach them our style and stuff like that. So we just kind of abandoned that channel. But Gogol 13 was one of the movies I reviewed for that channel. So this is the live action Japanese version starring Ken Takakura, directed by Junya Sato, which came out in 1973. So let's read the synopsis here. The first film adaptation of the long-running manga series by Takao Saito, director Junya Sato cast Ken Takakura, who was the original inspiration for the character in the manga, as the mysterious and stoic killer for hire who always completes his assignments, usually with his signature scoped M16 rifle. Hell yeah. Almost impossible to see outside of Japan for many years, Eureka Classics is proud to present Gogol 13 in its UK debut on home video. Wow, I didn't know that. In a definitive Blu-ray edition. So there's limited edition slipcase featuring new artwork by Tony Stella. Hell yeah, Stella! 1080p presentation on Blu-ray from a 2K restoration of the original film elements, optional English subtitles. Lucky 13, Junya Sato's biographers on Gogol 13. Brand new interview with film writer Tatsuya Masuto and film critic Masaki Nomura, and a brand new video piece on the career of Ken Takakura. And it has a trailer and a limited edition collector's booklet featuring new writing by Tom Meese. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Limited to 2,000 copies. That releases on the 17th of July, 2023. Now, let's do the June releases, because I think those are going to appeal to fans of Hong Kong cinema as well. Lady Reporter, hell yes, Cynthia Rothrock. This film is directed by Mang Hoi. So Mang Hoi was in the Jackie Samo gang and is in a bunch of those movies. Like, I just recently rewatched Heart of Dragon. He's in that movie. He looks a little bit like Yoon Bi-yu, but he's in a ton of those movies, and he action-directed movies and choreographed movies and stuff like that. And he directed this film. And interestingly, from what I understand, from what I've learned, he was Cynthia Rothrock's boyfriend at some point. So I wonder if they were dating when they made this movie. This came out in 1989. Cynthia Rothrock's first leading role was also the first, and to this day only, time a Western actress had lead billing in a Hong Kong film. It was really interesting. And I've heard people say that this is her best starring role. I have never seen this film, if you can believe that or not, and I'm so excited to check it out. So let's get into it. Rothrock plays Cindy, the titular female reporter sent to investigate an unscrupulous newspaper editor. Teaming up with Elizabeth Lee, the two go up against a series of opponents played by some of the greatest bad guy actors in 80s cinema, including Billy Chow, hell yeah, Jeff Falcon, and Vincent Lin. Yes, Vincent Lin commented on one of my YouTube videos recently. That was so surreal to me because he's in Operation Condor. Operation Condor was the second Jackie Chan movie I ever saw in theaters when I was like 14 years old. And it was so surreal that he commented on the video. I think it was my review of Tiger Cage. Mang Hoi handles directing duties here, but much like Yes, Madam, this was a collaborative effort between Mang Hoi and Corey Yun. And just like that film, the results are magnificent. Mang Hoi's graceful and acrobatic choreography fusing perfectly with Corey Yun's hard-hitting style. But the star here is Cynthia Rothrock, and this deservedly secured her position as one of the top action stars of the era. And Eureka Classics is proud to present Lady Reporter in its UK debut on Blu-ray from a brand new 2K restoration. I can't wait for this. This is coming out 26th of June, 2023. I really like the artwork here, too. It's by Darren Wheeling. It's limited edition slipcase, first 2,000 copies, 1080p HD presentation on Blu-ray of the original theatrical cut from a brand new 2K restoration, and 1080p restoration, 1080p HD presentation, of on Blu-ray of the international export cut from a brand new 2K restoration. So 2 versions of the movie, hell yeah. Original Cantonese mono audio and the optional classic English dubbed audio, English subtitles, newly translated for this release. Brand new feature-length audio commentary by Asian film expert Frank Zhang and Vincent Lin. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Them together. And then we get Mike Leader and Arna Venema on another commentary track, which I'm very excited to hear kind of their take on this film. Brand new select scene commentary with actress and martial arts movie icon Cynthia Rothrock. Brand new interview with Cynthia Rothrock. Brand new interview with Mang Hoi. What awesome. Trailers, reversible sleeve design, and a limited edition collector's booklet featuring new writing by James Oliver, limited to 2,000 copies. Lady Reporter, I can't wait for that. Now, there's 2 Japanese films that are also coming out from Eureka in June, and so I thought I would just read you that information just so you have it, even though I know it's not Hong Kong cinema. Samurai Reincarnation from director Kinji Fukasaku, starring Kenji Sawada and Ken Ogata. This came out in 1981. This is a horror/action film. I've never seen this film before. In the aftermath of a failed rebellion, Makusa Shiro, played by Kenji Sawada, is crucified, but returns as a vengeance-filled demon with the power to resurrect the dead. What? Hell yeah. Shiro uses his power to assemble a team of undead warriors, including the legendary swordsman Miyamoto Musashi, played by Ken Ogata. And the only one who can stop them is a wandering samurai, played by Sonny Chiba. Yagyu Jubei is his name. A spectacular Chambara fantasy epic from Kinji Fukasaku, who did Battle Royale. Samurai Reincarnation makes its UK debut on a stunning 2K restoration as part of the Masters of Cinema series. Dude, what? This sounds freaking amazing. And I have never seen this movie before. Yes. So the limited edition slipcase featuring new artwork by Takato Yamamoto. Cool, that's limited to 2,000. 1080p presentation on Blu-ray from a 2K restoration, original film elements, uncompressed original Japanese mono audio, alternate English dubbed audio, optional English subtitles, brand new audio commentary by Tom Meese, and I'm really sorry I'm mispronouncing that name, I just don't know how to say it. Brand new interview with filmmaker Kenta Fukasaku, original Japanese trailer, and a collector's booklet. I'm just losing my mind over here. Booklet featuring new writing on the film. This is out June 19th of 2023. Samurai Reincarnation. And finally, another Japanese film directed by Tadashi Imai, Revenge. This is coming out as well on the 19th of June. A cruel Jidaigeki masterwork from director Tadashi Imai, who directed Cruel Tale of Bushido, and screenwriter Shinobu Hashimoto, the writer of Masaki Kobayashi's great masterpiece Harakiri, which is one of the best movies ever freaking made. If you haven't heard me talk about Harakiri, holy hell, I love that movie. Tatsuya Nakada is the star of Harakiri, and he was also in the Kurosawa Kagemusha and tons of other famous films and Kurosawa films, and he's in Yojimbo, and he's just this amazing, or is it Sanjuro? He's just this amazing, legendary, incredible actor, movie star, and I got to see him at a screening of Ran, which is a Kurosawa film that he is also in. And he did a Q&A and everything. He was 85 years old, and he talked about Harakiri. And I was just and Ron is oh, I just kicked my tripod. Ron is one of my favorite movies ever, the Kurosawa film. Really, truly ever. And it was really kind of amazing to see him talk at that screening. So, I was talking about Harakiri. Let's get back to talking about Revenge. An innocuous comment during a weapon inspection wounds the pride of a low-ranking samurai, Shinpachi, leading to an argument with his superior. The situation snowballs out of control, leading to a deadly duel and political fallout which threatens the entire clan. Available for the first time in the UK, the Masters of Cinema series is proud to present Tadashi Imai's Revenge in its worldwide debut on Blu-ray from a brand new 2K restoration. Hell yes. Wow, this is a worldwide Blu-ray debut. Limited edition slipcase featuring artwork by Tony Stella. feel like I have to do that every time I say his name. 1080p presentation on Blu-ray from a 2K restoration of the original film elements, uncompressed original Japanese mono audio, newly translated English subtitles, brand new interview with Tony Raines, brand new video piece by Jasper Sharp, and a collector's booklet featuring new writing on the film. So that is everything that is coming out from Eureka, which includes a lot of Hong Kong stuff and a lot of other stuff I think fans of Hong Kong cinema will be interested in both June and July of 2023. So my name is Will. This is Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society. I thank you so much for watching, as always, and we'll see you next time.